So I really like having almonds in the afternoon. It's like a good band name. Almonds in the afternoon. That's a bad name. Don't let me name your band. Hi everyone, my name is Whitney Milam. Welcome to my channel. It's been about 2 months since my last What I Eat in a Day video, and since I've changed up my diet a little bit in the last couple months, I thought I would do an update and show you guys what I eat in a day now. I definitely don't eat the exact same thing every day. I think variety is really helpful when you're dieting. There are certain things that I can keep constant, but I do mix up my lunches and my dinners on basically a daily basis. So I am going to just take you through my day, and this time I'm going to share all of the calorie counts and the macronutrient breakdowns. So my goal is to be basically around 2,000 to 2,100 calories per day. And if I'm working out, I'm logging that, but I'm not necessarily trying to make up the difference in my calories for the day. Exercise is just a benefit on top of it. So lately I have become pretty obsessed with chia pudding, specifically the PB&J chia pudding. That one is my favorite by far. I've been having it every day for breakfast for the last 2 weeks. So I had some PB&J chia pudding this morning, as I do every morning, and that came to 269 calories. It was 35.8 grams of carbs, but there's 12.3 grams of fiber, which is amazing. And like I said in a previous video, I have to be very deliberate now that I'm eating low carb, that the carbs I'm picking are very rich in fiber. And so this one definitely is. It also has 11.3 grams of fat and 8.8 grams of protein. It's a really good hearty breakfast, and I'll eat breakfast around 8 or 8:30, sometimes a little bit later, but as you'll see, I have a lot of snacks to get in the morning, so it's usually better to start early. My snacks stay pretty consistent throughout the week as well, just because it's easier for meal planning. So I will have 7 of these pieces of Sargento cheese and 2 Duke sausages around 9:15, 9:30, somewhere in there. And then later in the morning, I will have some strawberries, and I go for usually around 5 ounces of strawberries. I go for strawberries because they are a low glycemic fruit. I don't need a whole bunch of sugar, and they are pretty fibrous. So those 3 snacks combined have 12.9 grams of carbs, 2.8 grams of fiber, 21.4 grams of fat, and 14.9 grams of protein. So that's 295 calories overall. One of my favorite go-to lunches is taco salad. It's one of the few salads that I just don't get sick of, really. I mean, it has chicken, usually grilled or seared, and avocado and pico, and sometimes we throw in some corn. And then I like to top it with some kind of a creamy dressing, and today it was a cilantro avocado yogurt dressing. So all of this together was 505 calories. It was 20.5 grams of carbs, 12.8 grams of fiber though. That's a pretty high fiber to carbs ratio, which I am very proud of. 30.2 grams of fat. Most of that is coming from the avocado, and avocado is a very, very wonderful, healthy fat. And it's one of those that helps raise your good cholesterol, and that was one of the things that I am working on, and anything that involves me eating more avocado, I'm on board. And then 39.7 grams of protein, mainly from the chicken. Then for an afternoon snack, I usually have a 1/4 cup of almonds, and today was no different. So a 1/4 cup of almonds has 207 calories, 7.7 grams of carbs, surprisingly 4.5 grams of fiber. I did not realize that until I was doing this video. So that's really cool that there's so much fiber in almonds. 17.8 grams of fat, which is to be expected, and 7.6 grams of protein. This is a great snack to kind of cut through That afternoon fatigue gives you a little bit of an energy boost. They taste delicious, something to crunch on. Sometimes I will also have a few pieces of dark chocolate, but that's only if I have room for the carbs in my day. And today I did not. Then for dinner, we had a maple mustard glazed salmon. And it was so good, you guys. Like, I just looked it up. It was a Paula Deen recipe, and usually I'm pretty cautious on Paula Deen recipes, and I actually made half of the amount of glaze, and it was still plenty. I don't even know how we would have gotten double the glaze on these fillets. I'm gonna be real for a second. Todd got so much salmon. So I ended up having about 8 ounces of salmon, which, yes, is a lot of salmon. However, I didn't even go over on calories for the day. I was behind on calories. That's not including my workouts that I did throughout the day. I don't have to justify it. This is what I ate for dinner. Dinner came to 714 calories. That was 36.8 grams of carbs, and then 37.3 grams of fat, and 59.9 grams of protein. I got my protein in for the day, that's for sure. So that brings my total calories for the day to 1,990. My breakdown was roughly 113 grams of carbs, 118 grams of fat, and 130 grams of protein. So that mix looks like 22, 52, and 26% respectively. My goal is 20, 55, 25, and that's pretty close to what I'm aiming for. I'm not going to obsess about it. The one thing I've said in the past about MyFitnessPal is that I would really prefer it if you could like set ranges, then you get within that range and it's not like, oh, you have 100 calories left. Why don't you eat more? That's my suggestion to MyFitnessPal. We'll see if they do it someday. Probably not. But that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I ate today. If you did, make sure you leave a thumbs up down below. And if you have any questions about the breakdown or why I chose to eat the things that I did, leave it in the comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks everyone. Bye!